Welcome everyone to Renegade TV. This is a little bit of different format. I am here to provide you with Battlefield 6 patch notes for Season 1, which I'm very excited about. So let's go over it. Season 1 update marks the next step in our ongoing journey to evolve and expand the Battlefield 6 experience. This includes fixes, balance changes, and the quality of life improvements focused on polish, performance, and player feedback to deliver an even smoother experience moving forward. So they improved the core movement and animations, including smoother landings, faster stance transitions, better vaulting behavior, and reduced bouncing issues on landing or spawning. They also reworked weapon dispersion to better align accuracy and handling with each weapon's intended design and performance over range. These changes address cases where accuracy behaved inconsistently, such as dispersion not properly settling after sprinting, and brings overall firing behavior closer to the intended balance between precision, control, and weapon power. Significant visibility and lighting improvements, which I know everyone's going to be really excited about, with better exposure transitions, interior lighting, and reduced fog and smoke persistence. So after explosions, all that, the fog and all the particle effects will be less intense and will last a lot longer. Now there's also an audio overhaul, adding new projectile flybys, destruction and explosion sounds, refined vehicle and weapon mixes, and improved haptic feedback across multiple interactions. UI and HUD updates for clarity and consistency, including overtime indicators, end-of-round fixes, and new unlock markers for weapons and gadgets. There's also been map fixes across multiple locations, resolving spawn animations, out-of-bound issues, misaligned assets, general stability across Conquest, Breakthrough, and Rush. Now, one thing I sadly don't see here, which a lot of people were talking about, okay. Oh, it's right here. Okay, we'll get to it actually. Never mind. So also the player. We fixed an issue where combat dive could break when diving uphill. They fixed an issue where players would detach from zip lines when entering a high speed. Improved steady aim and sight centering for more consistent precision. Fixed an issue where movement could interrupt steady aim. Adjusted misaligned character hitboxes for upper body and head to better match the visual models. They fixed an issue where the jump animation could play twice when aiming down sights. There's a lot of little things here. Landing animations now have their animation path properly centered. Fixed an issue, jump inaccuracy. A lot of little fixes here I'm very excited about. I'm not going to go over all these little details here. You can just go to the Battlefield 6 patch notes and read them yourself. I want to just tackle the bigger issues. The improved lighting precision and visibility will hip firing down the sights. Fixing clipping, takedown inconsistencies, allowing players to properly perform melee takedowns even near walls. There's a lot of just like glitches they've adjusted. The vehicles, this is where I was going at, and sadly, there's only two things. Fixed missing haptic feedback when switching between tank weapons. Fixed a visual issue where the player's hand clipped when the M1A2 SET V3 handled when sitting in external seats. One thing I noticed, they didn't fix the jet incoming targeting glitch where it will be locked on. It will say locked, but it won't say incoming missile. I've seen that come up a lot with jet people. They want that fixed. There's just a lot, there's still issues with vehicles in general, and they did showcase they're adding a flying assist mechanic, which a lot of people are going to say is going to break the game. I'm a little worried about that as well, because it's going to make it a little bit too easy, I think, to fly. So a little worried about that. But anyway, let's go back to the actual stuff here. Gadgets, they fixed a rare issue where the MAS 148 glaive could block the first-person view during combat dive. They fixed the MAS 148 glaive visual issue during combat dives in first person. Fixed an issue with defibs appeared floating during vaulting animations. Fixed an issue where the supply pouch would sometimes not resupply correctly. Deployable gadgets are not destroyed or removed from debris piles. AT grenades now create a small-sized crater instead of a medium one. Buildings now take more hits to be destroyed by a sledgehammer. That's a pretty good one. Weapons. Now, weapon dispersion has been rebalanced to better each weapon's damage profile across all ranges. Lower damage weapons will now see a slightly higher increase in dispersion when firing, while higher damage weapons will experience slightly less. Using sniper rifles with any class other than recon will no longer increase weapon spread. Instead, weapon sway will now begin during the zoom transition, maintaining balance and distinguishing recon's precision advantage. That's a big one. I'm curious to see how that's actually going to play out. Because I know there's a big division between the classes if they should keep them classified. Like, like if you're in this class, you can only use these weapons. And then some people are happy about the openness. I'm mixed about it. I kind of like the old school where you just stick to one class. But if they can make it work, great. I'm a little worried about this stuff still, but we'll see. Fixed a misaligned issue with top-mounted red dot sights. Fixed an issue where mounting a bipod while zoomed only changed the FOV instead of using the correct optic. Fixed an issue where the long suppressor used the wrong attachment point cost for some weapons. They fixed... what else they got? Fixed an issue where using a bipod too close to complex geometry could throw the player off position while prone. Balanced sledgehammer, damage against world objects. That's better. This is what I was talking about. Improved fog and smoke effects after destruction to prevent them from lingering too long in impact visibility. That's good. Improved exposure transitions between indoor and outdoor areas for better visibility. We're all excited about that. Fixed an issue where the zipline carabiner could appear offset and fly next to the wire instead of along. I did not see that. That's silly. Squad names are now randomized at the start of the squad deathmatch matches. Added visible bomb meshes to armed M-comms in Rush. Updated overtime UI visualization across all modes. Fixed animation and positioning issues during insertion sequences on all maps. Fixed an issue where the game mode UI could display incorrect scores or fail to update during a round. Fixed an end of round progression issue in King of the Hill mode. Fixed an issue where players could encounter a bouncing animation when spawning at the HQs after capturing new territories and escalation across multiple maps. I've had that. That's not that serious though. In Myrick Valley, they fixed the misaligned zipline mesh in Conquest. They fixed an issue where the deployed camera in Rush displayed attackers on the wrong side of the map. That's a huge one. They also fixed an issue that prevented some players from arming the MCOM at A in Rush due to misplaced assets. The Siege of Cairo, they fixed some overlapping territory lines. Liberation Peak fixed an issue escalation where a portion of the map on the NATO side was disconnected during the first period of the match. That's crazy. Do Sovak City fixed an issue preventing players from capturing part of the C flag in escalation. Fixed an issue where players could ignite when spawning during the burning lorry in Team Deathmatch. That's funny. I wish they kept that. Adjusted an infantry vehicle spawn that was placed too close to the building in the Pax Armada. They fixed a bunch of the UI and HUD, added new markers for newly unlocked weapons, weapon packages, attachments, gadgets, and throwables, updated 3D previews for certain gadgets to show their deployable state, added new cosmetic options for selected gadgets, changed save and close to deploy menu for clarity. Just little issues. Oh, fixed an issue where Battlefield 6 ownership XP boost did not display properly at the end of the round. Multiple text inconsistency, dog tags, and challenges. Settings, added flick lock bindings to helicopter, jet, and transport control schemes. They fixed Mission 1 in the single player. Players were unable to lean out during the last stand sequence if the cinematic began while the knife was equipped. They also fixed a black screen issue in the night raid mission. Now, another big thing, Portal. Fixed an issue where the host experience screen did not display the Portal experience. They're also going to be adjusting the Portal experience moving forward. I'm sure most of you have seen that you're not going to be able to get the max Portal experience, especially if you have bots. A lot of audio fixes, and then, as you all know, they also had the new maps. Which, for some reason, I'm... Season 1, here it is right here. So it's going to have Rogue Ops. We are going to be getting Blackwell Fields on day 1 for October 28th. We get Rogue Ops, and we also will be getting the Shadow launch, which has pretty much been confirmed by multiple sources. We will be getting Battle Royale October 28th with Battlefield. That is the big announcement, y'all. We are getting Battle Royale for Battlefield. They fixed a bunch of time to kill, the armor plates, a lot of stuff in the testing. So you heard it from me, Renegade TV. I know there's plenty of other beautiful sources out there, trust me, they do it a lot better. I'm new. I'm going to be working on making videos and editing, but right now I want to just give this to you before I start streaming. And I appreciate y'all. Make sure you like this video and subscribe for more Battlefield 6 content and Arc Raiders. See you on the battlefield, y'all. Bye.